Hey friends, I'm going through all my prints from Inktober 2019. I had a fabulous time tackling two prompts. Woo, two prompts every day. And so this is me collating all um, my prints to put them together into a book. So let's get started on getting this done. All right, so after I collated my signatures, now I'm going to fold each one in half and sort them. So I cut 4 pieces of bookboard at 7 inches by 14. So using a scratch sheet, I'm going to find the center of the book so I can figure out where I'm going to lie my ribbons, because I'm doing a French link binding for this book. And so this will help me figure out where I'm going to put my holes on the spine. So using a template, I'm going to mark where I'm going to place my holes with pencil on each one of my signatures. So now I'm using my favorite tool, the Japanese screw punch, to add the holes where I marked for each one of my signatures. Now I'm cutting thread. It has to be at least 10 times the length of the spine. I did not cut enough of thread, but that's okay. You can always add it as you go along. Starting from the outside with my needle, I'm going to pull through and continue stitching throughout the signature. I'm going to leave about a 4-inch tail, so I'm going to use that end to tie a knot when I continue on adding more signatures to the book. Now that's the first signature. I'm making sure the thread is tight. And then now I'm going to go through and add the second signature, following along. And then now I'm going to add my ribbons into the loops that were made from the first signature. And now I'm going to use my needle and go through that first loop where that ribbon is to create that link stitch. I'm going to continue on stitching throughout the signature. Alright, now that I'm at the end of the second signature, I can take that tail using another needle, pulling it through, and then tying the knot to create that anchor. Now it's time to add the third signature. So when I get to the end of the third signature, I'm going to take my needle, I'm going to loop under the link of the most recent signature, pull it on through, and then continue on adding additional signatures. And I'm going to continue to repeat the same steps over and over again, going through all the remaining signatures of my book. All right, so now we're on our last signature. Whew, it was a lot, but we did it. So we're going to continue on going through like we did before, linking in our stitches. I'm almost at the end of my thread. It's all good. All right, so we're at the end, and now I'm going to pull it through the previous signature. I'm going to make a knot. Actually, I'm going to do 2 knots just to make sure that it's secure. And then I'm going to pull it through that last hole and tie it in a knot. All right, the hardest part is over. Let's move on to adding the book boards. So using the Adobe sheets, I'm going to line my text block, and I'm going to add my boards. Using PVA glue, I'm going to glue down my ribbons first, and then add glue across the whole entire board. And now I'm going to add the second board, pressing down, adding weight, making sure the glue adheres to both sides. I repeated the step again on the other side, and then I'm going to rewrap it and put it under a weight. Now I'm going to add the covers using the same PVA glue and lining it up. Using my bone folder to make sure I get all the air bubbles out. And I repeat this step on the other side. Now I'm cutting the corners so I can fold it over and glue it down. Now I'm going down my inside covers. Now I wrapped my book and placed it under weight and let it sit and dry for at least 24 hours. So more is more in my book, so I decided to add more stamps, more embellishment to my covers. I'm going through adding some leaves and some stars to try to add some more pizzazz to my book. All right, that's it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hope to see you again next Friday. Bye.